Hello and welcome back to Disco Elysium. I thought it might be a good thing to start the episode off with a little bit of a, journal look at, just to see where we're at, because we're not necessarily focused right now, let's put it that way. So, sing karaoke, we've got to get a song on tape. Haven't seen one of those yet. Pissing contest. Apparently there was a pissing match between our two precincts, and we can ask him about that after the initial inspection of the dead body is done. Okay, well we can ask him about that tomorrow night, I think, or maybe tonight, depending. I'm not going to get the body until the end of until tomorrow. I'm not going to process it because if I process it today, we can't steal the boots. Okay, so let's have a look at the next one. Who made the call reporting the crime? Keep searching for the caller despite lacking any obvious leads. This might take some time. Okay. Track her badge down. Don't know where it is. Maybe I'll stumble upon it. Okay. Who put the clothes in the trash? Who has unauthorized access to the whirling trash? Find this person. It may take a while. Find a way into the secret passage of the whirling. Okay. Buy the flan pants from Kuno. I don't have enough money. Joyce's info on the lynching. There is something she wants to tell you. You just have to present her with your badge to hear it. Or perhaps did you hear her favor? Okay, so that's the one where we need to go and do drug finding. The jam mystery is the same thing. Money for rent we have. Find Morel. He's southwest, so we could head that way, I suppose. Run the number on the victim's armor. We have to call tomorrow for Alice. We have to do that tonight. Victim's tattoos, we haven't asked anyone about. Rene about the photo. Alright, yeah, we can ask Rene about the photo where he looks happy. Find the armor pieces, well, we need to go and do that at some point. It might take a long while. Send the body to processing, that's fine. And find our heraldic bird, well, that's buy a book, we don't have money. Is there anything here that we need? Any of these checks that we can do that are reasonable? We could do a suggestion with a net. Okay. Anything that's like heroic or something, I'm thinking that's not really what we want to go for right now. Although of the white checks, we might want to take another shot at. Okay. Well, though, is this a white check or is this a red check? Maybe these ones are red checks, ones that are... Oh no, these are found white checks. If they're grayed out, does that mean we can't do it? Let me have a look at a net. Let's see whether we can do that one again. I assume grayed out is we can't do it, white is we can do it. Well, let's just double check in with a net.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
Nope. I was just here to see whether you were locked out or locked in. That's fine. Let's head south, I think. I think that's our main way that we can go. Although I should go and give Garte the rent. Just so I know how much money we have. We have about 4, but, you know. We could also ask about the tattoos, I suppose. That's another option. Yeah, we could ask the Union about them if they know anything. We could also go and ask Joyce some stuff as well now. There's a lot of people we could ask things to. Let's just check with Garte.
Can I help you?
About my bill for tonight? Yeah, I got the 20 real. Fantastic. So that's done for today. Do I have any more things in here? No, I have no more levels, but I'm about to level up after 2, which is good. So I no longer have to pay the bill today. That's fine. Just want to check in with her.
Oh, hello, dear. I didn't notice you at first.
Nope, that's fine. We don't need anything else. He got anything? Nope. It's just while I've got more clues, I want to just double check people. Can I check this door? No, I don't know what's going on with that door yet. Okay. Union people?
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Are you the Hardy girl? I am not, she says dryly. You could be, Lise. You could be anything. You could even be a model. Even a face stiffens. Len, I went to law school. I am an attorney. He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of La Debutante International. He's right, you know. You're very pretty. The cold look in her eyes speaks louder than words. She is not amused. We leveled up. It's not her. She's not a Hardy girl, definitely. Okay. So we could get another one of these, or I could put my point into another thought if we wanted to go further into the thought thing. Yeah, maybe. Maybe we go in something into the thought again and get one of these. Maybe White Morning. I'm gonna get another thought. Let's do it. Let's get White Morning. Internalize. Hello.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
I want to talk about the hanging again. Again. Just get the dead man's autograph since you're his biggest fan. Okay, that's fine. Yes, we've already done this. Oh wait, no, that's fine. Is this? I'm sure we've already done this. We could challenge. We could establish authority, but I don't have any. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna leave. We already did that. I'm fairly certain. So we can leave. That's fine. Unless that unlocks a new quest, which it might have, and I might have just skipped dialogue. But I'm fairly certain we'd already talked with them, and there was nothing new. So. Oh, prove your authority to Titus Hardy. Oh, that was new. Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped it. It didn't seem like it was much new information, but apparently it was new. My bad. Oh, what's up here? Maybe a sea monster did this to the plaza. No, it was the artillery shells. Oh, Rene. Hello.
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity of a man's soul, if he's got principles.
I saw the statue of Philippe III near the roundabout. Ah, yes, Philippe III on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was. Oh, absolutely. He smiles as if reliving a pleasant memory. Reliving a pleasant memory. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold. A superpower feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule. What's that about cocaine? Oh, Philippe was a big fan of the purple nose candy the nobility loved so much. A cocaine connoisseur of sorts. He chuckles. His egocentricity is borderline legendary. You can't even take responsibility for yourself. How could you fathom the responsibility weighing on the shoulders of a ruler? He asks, obviously annoyed. That's why the Philippine kings used cocaine. For clarity of vision, to aid in their work. Regnum cocanum. Revachol's finest years. He seems to grow taller, brimming with pride about the past. Of course, the lieutenant marks dryly. Clarity of vision. Awareness. Philippe III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. The court medic administered a dose to his mother when she was in labor. It is well known that with the help of cocaine, only the purest, of course, he was able to connect with the higher realms. Higher realms, of course, it all makes sense. He's just making excuses for the king's habits, isn't he? What's this about higher realms? Sounds interesting. It's really not. He turns to Rene. Please do spare us the cocaine fairy tales. Yes, indeed. We are not here to investigate the drug trade of centuries past. How should a true king rule? Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and the weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood. Seems to me a leader should take care of his people before himself. A nation is only as strong as its leader. That is why it was such madness to try to. Don't get started on that again. What happened happened. There is some weariness in his voice now. He's heard this rant many times before. The carabiner doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve. Let's talk about something else. Rene, I found your guard booth. Yes, the Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the nights. He looks down. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you. I'm an old man. I don't sleep for more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight. He adds with a slight sigh. He feels like he has to justify himself for some reason. I saw a picture in there. You were in it. You looked happy. Who's the girl? His features stiffen and he gets a cold look. She is nobody. This is none of your concern, and I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM. Okay, we complete the task. The lady is Jean-Marie Beaulieu. Gaston speaks with a soft voice. And she sure as hell wasn't a nobody. You must have seen something on the night of the murder. Your booth looks right into the yard. Yes, it does. He nods. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Must have been on a 2-week leave since Monday. Hold on, why are you on leave? It's a private matter, he says with dignity. Nothing to do with your investigation. You see, officer, Rene is the kind of man who'd rather die than admit he needs medical assistance, or God forbid, seek it. He's a real man's man. He's just gonna ride it out. I'm fine, god damn it. Mind your own business. The outburst makes him clutch his chest. It's nothing. I've just got to cut back on the coffee. Who was working your shift that night? No one. The booth has been unmanned since last Monday. He looks suddenly very old and tired. There is no other guard. It's just me. No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday? Yes. He nods before hesitantly continuing. It's not actually an issue, I mean. Look, officers. His partner jumps in. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before Rene. Mr. Clare had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative. Mostly decorative? The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals, he tries to argue. Everard created this job for Rene because he knows the Royal Carabiners' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tar reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words. I don't know. What we're gonna do here? I think that yeah, Rene is but one man. We need a program to get all the elderly back in the job market, keep folks involved. Yeah. Look, officer. He pauses like he doesn't actually know how to reply. Can we just conclude the topic of my guard booth now? Got it, thanks. We have another chance at composure. Okay. Let's try it. Ooh. Still, all you see is an old soldier refusing to replace his uniform with a civil attire. Or civilian attire. That's fine. Okay. Well, it was worth going over there for the attempt. We got an extra plus if we try and do it again. That's fine. I gotta say, it's quite difficult going between 3 French accents when I can't even do one competently. So, apologies for that. I noticed it slipped into a little bit of an Irish accent at one point, which was not my intention. Scribbled between the thighs of a 3-page girl. The origine du disco. The origin of disco? Okay. Roy's Pawn Shop. Fast cash for faster times. What's in the bin? Gloves that give electrochemistry. Fingerless gloves. What do my gloves give right now? Interfacing. Okay, gasoline-stained fingerless gloves in navy blue. They've been worn threadbare, but being made of wool still provide some warmth and comfort. I quite like interfacing, but yeah, I'll keep them around. What have we got in here? Oh, a bit of tar. Nice. Let's head in the pawn shop. See what's going on. See if we got anything interesting happening there. Maybe someone tried to pawn something. What did I click on? Some kind of machine, an antique cash register. A bust of a woman. The plaque simply says DEI. In the dark, a film projector is whirling away. And over here, mostly military wear with a few more eccentric fashions thrown in. Oh, so we could potentially buy stuff here. Hello.
It's not often that I see officers of the RCM in my pawn shop.
The man at the counter turns to you slowly.
What can I do for you?
He asks. His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers to be alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop. Sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting you.
Oh no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately, RCM or otherwise.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travellers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Quite the collection indeed.
It keeps me entertained.
Okay, well I could switch my gloves and then I can do that. We'll do that in a second. Do you have any recordings of the Col du Mama d'Aqua? The Col du Mama d'Aqua. He looks at you with astonishment. Sorry, I would never have guessed that you were interested in ultrasonic sounds, or birds for that matter. Well, I wouldn't have guessed that you know what the Col du Mama d'Aqua is. Oh, that's fair. It's been a long time since my Col du Mama d'Aqua hunting days. He responds with a thin smile. Once I knew a group of young musicians who decided they didn't want to play music anymore and started looking for all kinds of interesting sounds instead. That sounds so cool. Cool or not, one of them was obsessed with recording the Col du Mama d'Aqua, and he was one of those passionate people who know a lot about all kinds of strange things, so he got the rest of us to join in his search. Did you ever find it? We thought we did. We got together all these recordings of unusual sound patterns, compared them. He chuckles. Cut them up and combined them into the Symphonia Col du Mama d'Aqua. Can I listen to it? Unfortunately, I don't have any recordings from my old life. None at all. But I do have a tape with some ultrasonic sounds that might be what you're looking for. He starts rummaging through some tapes behind the counter. Do we really have time for this? Lieutenant whispers to you. Yes, it's absolutely necessary for my research. He dusts off a case and then takes out the tape and places it on the tape player. This recording comes from down the coast. Wasn't looking to record anything specific, just left the recording device there one morning. Keep in mind, I have to slow this one down enough to make the sounds well over 200 kilohertz audible to the human ear. It will be strange. He switches on the tape player. The speakers begin to emit a low hum. The hum grows louder, modulating, but always unnaturally, uncomfortably low, like it's not coming from the speakers, but also from inside your chest. Breathing is becoming difficult. There's a growing sense of dread. The sound is coming from inside you, but also surrounding you. It feels as though someone is standing just outside your range of vision and watching you, doing this to you. He nods to you reassuringly, just as more diverse, higher-pitched sounds, some random, some appearing to form patterns, hit your eardrums. Seabirds, most likely gulls and such. Seagulls? And skuas. But shh. He raises a pointer finger and indicates his head towards the speaker, a new high-pitched shivering sound. That's it. The signal and the noise. The thin whisper. The low range of sounds is easier to handle with a focal point, but still troubling. You're mesmerized by the sounds, but also feel nausea welling up as the motif continues, then begins to recede, dissolving in what must be the sound of water lapping at the bank. He switches off the tape player. You know, I've listened to it on these new speakers. It's not the Col du Mama d'Aqua. Wrong patterns, wrong photons. Probably some insect trying to sing higher than its predators can hear. Still fascinating, aren't they? Early morning sounds. Okay, well, now we've tried that. Do you have any guns like the ones carried by officers of the Citizens Militia? I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have. Oh, wait, did I click the wrong thing? I clicked you may be able to aid our investigation. That wasn't what I meant to click. Okay. Know anything about the recent hanging? I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business, bad for everyone. He doesn't know anything. Alright, that's all I've got. Hey, do you know anything about the gun, the one carried by the officers of the Citizens Militia? Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back. This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as though you'd met before. Oh god. Lieutenant shifts from one foot to another. Alert. Wait, you sold my gun? You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. He hesitates. You said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia. I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions, the unhealthy kind. He's not telling you the whole story. It seems like he's trying to spare you. It feels like there's something you're not telling me. He looks away. You weren't quite yourself, officer. What was I like? You were very distraught. You said the gun was a threat to your life and that you can't trust yourself with it tonight and that you need the money. When I said that I don't normally buy firearms, you put the gun barrel in your mouth and sort of sucked on it. Then I agreed to take it. Very normal behavior. You must have been in great shape. Wait, how much did I sell the gun for? 15 real. Really? Lieutenant looks from you to Roy and then back to you. It's clear he hopes this tableau might still turn out to be a bad dream. It's not, though. This has got to be the most... Wow. There's pity in there too, in case you didn't notice. Happens to the best of us, I guess. It certainly does. Especially in Revachol. Was the buyer a policeman too? She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive. I was just happy to get rid of it and of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying. Right, so let me get this straight. Lieutenant turns to you. You sold your sidearm issued by the Citizens Militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it. Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside. Well, maybe she's a vigilante, wants to prove she can do her jobs better than we can. It's possible in these parts of town. We ought to find her and discourage her from taking justice into her own hands. He looks around, worried. Any idea where I can find this buyer? My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went. Needle in a haystack. There's nothing you can do about it right now. You just have to hope that Everard wasn't lying and the Union can track her down in time. Have people from Everard's Claire's Union come here to track that gun? Maybe. Shady looking guys came in here yesterday looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it. And they went on their way. It was a trip, but you know, all kinds of people come here asking for all sorts of things. Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun. Lieutenant's eyebrows rise slightly. People as... You know, to be honest, this word is stumping me. Oleaginous? Oleaginous? To be honest, I don't even know what that is. But you know what? It's something to look up after this, and it's a good sign that the game has some interesting vocabulary in it. As Everard, it seems like they're lying even when they're being truthful. Okay. At least now I know how I lost my sidearm. Let's talk about something else. Of course. We still have no extra ones there. There's something I'd like to sell. Let me have a look. I'll check my pockets. Oh, so I can sell all of this junk if I want to. Wonderful. I'm gonna sell these, right? The postcards. These seem like I could sell these. Oh, that was the photo of... I just sold the Rene's photo. Oh no. Right, well, I made some money. That's fine. I'd like to sell my clothes. I'm not purchasing any clothing at the moment. He looks you up and down quickly. I have a fascinating photo of a corpse here. Oh, no, I don't let those kind of objects. No sale. Bill even looks at it. Do you know what the tattoos mean? He frowns. Aphotic paths, counter-radiance networks, anti-magnetism, it's darkness, that's all I know. Sell me something lighter. You have absolutely no idea what the aphotic paths are, but the tattoos on the man are not that. I don't have anything to sell at the moment. Another time, perhaps. Okay, see ya. What have we got here? Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and we know that you're a Copa type. Wait, there are Copa types? Yes, guess what's yours? I don't know. Some cool cop? No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? Huge lack of enthusiasm going on here. Okay, but what are the other copo types? Oh, you know, Apocalypse, Superstellar, the Advanced, Interesting Cop, Liquid Shadow Cop, but you're too sorry to say those things, so here we go. Won't the other copo types be jealous? What? Jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be fine, don't worry. They'll be super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual copo type from sorry to anything. Well, you know, I'm sorry. Of course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info, or, well, maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million. That won't happen. Okay, well, still, it's fine. So we could probably buy some of this junk if we wanted to, but I don't want to. I just want to leave. That's fine. We could click on everything in the shop, and that's possible, but it would take our time. And we can come back, we can circle back later if we need to. Same with the bookshop. I don't feel like we need to click on everything in the shop. I don't know if it's going to get us any benefits right now. Water lock out of order until Wednesday, 7:15 AM. Oh, also I should have a look at this one. Rigorous self-critique. You're one sorry piece of shit. A cop penitent, a flagellant cop monk. This is not the right line of work for you. You should be groveling at the feet of a feudal lord, providing lurid evidence against yourself at a Mazovian show trial, or ripping the flesh from your back with a cat o' nine tails. Whatever made you this way, you can be damn sure it was your own fault. Do it. Really criticize yourself. Who knows, you might uncover something of importance from your guilt-ridden past. Alright then. Hello. Evening, officers? A burly man hangs out by the water dock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the water lock, and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them. First things first, what are you doing here, man on the water lock? My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the water lock. I'm keeping him company and eating his salami. From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving at you from across the canal. He seems disappointed about the wreckage on the water lock and the salami. The man on the water lock picks the skin off of a salami and takes a sizable bite. Very good stuff. Anything I can do for your officer? Do you know what caused this wreckage? Pointing to the smashed billboard in the canal. I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revachol. The words daredevil driver sound ominous to you. Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything round here, especially with the water lock. Rest of the coast is closed off till then. You know what's further down the coast? Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church, not much use to the congregation, no. There always seemed to be something wrong with it. He thinks for a moment. Yeah, not really much else, just bombed out ruins. Can I have some of that salami? Sure thing. He cuts off a piece of salami and that gets her health back. Nice. It is salty. It is savoury. It is chewy. The hangover only makes the salami more tasty. Want some too, officer? He turns to the lieutenant. Lieutenant ponders the offer for a moment, then decides to go for it. Why not? He takes a slice of salami from the man and chews on it. Right, bye. Well, that was a good conversation. You know, I think I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.